Hello, my name is Steve Driscoll with SearchEngineBlueprint.com and Mehlberg.com, Mehlberg Marketing, and today we are doing a video on the keyword conundrum, optimized keyword analysis. And this video is to really explain the keyword process and the methodology behind keyword analysis and keyword selection. To start off with, keywords are what search engines look for and use to catalog your web pages. They don't catalog your site as a whole, but they catalog each individual page based upon the keywords. Keywords occur naturally on every web page, and keywords are there whether you like it or not, whether you want them or not. The search engines naturally grab what they think are keywords, and they catalog your web page by those what it thinks are keywords. And the good news is you have the ultimate choice over what keywords you use on your site. And that gets into another thing. When we talk about making a choice, you have good keywords versus bad keywords, and there is a very big difference between the two. And it's very important because, after all, keywords are the key to your success on the web. Good keywords bring both traffic and sales, but good keywords take time and effort to find. Where, however, bad keywords are very easy to come up with, but will ultimately make your site obsolete. In this diagram, we're going to show an example of how keywords work between search volume and competition. Now, competition means the number of pages that are competing for a spot in, say, Google's index for these keywords. And you have high search volume, you're also going to have high competition. And the sweet spot is when you can find a place between high volume and low competition. And those are the keywords that you want to optimize for. In this diagram, we're actually expanding upon that, and we're going to insert some keywords. And here you see the very basic, very general gardening with, again, high search volume, high competition. It gets a little bit more specific with indoor hydroponic gardening. And finally, very low search volume, very low competition for the keywords indoor hydroponic gardening sponges. Okay? Now the sweet spot is indoor hydroponic gardening because there is going to be much lower optimized competition than for the keywords gardening. And also we're going to have a decent to fair to really good amount of traffic, not as much as the keyword gardening, but we're still going to have plenty of traffic in order to optimize for and to actually make sales with. And after all, sales are what we're ultimately after. And that brings us to the keyword conundrum. Now the keyword conundrum is where you bring in the conversion rate as opposed to search volume and competition levels. Okay? Now, as the keywords get more specific, the easier it is for you to make a sale. You're going to have less traffic, but since you have what that person is looking for, and there's also very, very little competition, you're going to find it much easier to make a sale for the keywords indoor hydroponic gardening sponges if you in fact sell indoor hydroponic gardening sponges than if you were to try to sell somebody something very general about gardening. For example, the person searching for gardening, there's a lot of information out there and a lot of books they can buy at the bookstore, they can buy online, and your competition is tremendous. So the buyer has a lot of choices. However, not many people are competing for the terms indoor hydroponic gardening sponges, which means if you were to happen to sell that and someone happens to search for that, they're probably going to buy something from you. Now, however, to really generate revenue, you're going to have more traffic than what you're going to be able to generate just by the terms indoor hydroponic gardening sponges. And so the sweet spot comes back into play with indoor hydroponic gardening, because somebody looking for indoor hydroponic gardening sponges is probably looking for other information and products for indoor hydroponic gardening as well. So you can probably sell that person quite a few things. And that's what makes this truly the sweet spot in the keyword conundrum. Now let's go over a few keyword rules. You want to optimize for between 1 and 3 keywords per page max. And the keywords that you choose to optimize for must be relevant to the overall theme of your site. You also need to have a keyword density on your page between 2.5% to 3.5% of your total content. Remember, we're looking for keywords with the highest search volume with the lowest optimized competition. And once we have those keywords, we're going to use them in the page title, the alt tags, the meta tags, the anchor text of our links, and our headlines and subheadlines. And that brings us to the golden rule of keywords and really optimization in general, which is do not overdo it. Over-optimizing your site, trying to stuff too many keywords into a page really being over aggressive in the keyword aspect is going to actually hurt your site a lot more than it's going to help it. Search engines are pretty sophisticated, and they know when when someone's trying to manipulate them and they don't like it, and so therefore they penalize the pages and the sites that try that. So there is again a sweet spot with optimization, and that's to know the right amount to optimize without overdoing it. And I want to thank you for watching the Keyword Conundrum. Again, my name is Steve Driscoll with SearchEngineBlueprint.com and Mellberg Marketing. If you have any questions, comments, or you would like a quote, you can call Carolyn at 952-473-1007, or you can call me at 919-792-0302. Again, my name is Steve Driscoll, and I thank you very much for watching.